Hey everyone, what is going on? So we have more battles for you today in the Open Ultra League. So the Open Ultra League as well as the Ultra League Premier Cup are currently going on. And we're using a really powerful team. We have Tapu Fini in the lead, and then we have Shadow Drapion and Scrafty. Now I am running Aquatail on this Shadow Drapion, but I actually think Sludge Bomb is probably better if you're running Drapion with this team because we have the water coverage with Tapu Fini, right? So I would definitely recommend Sludge Bomb over Aquatail. Especially in a situation like this because we don't have Sludge Bomb here. And Sludge Bomb would be amazing against this Ninetales. So now they know we have Aquatail. We're going to go ahead and go for another Aquatail though. And that will connect. Of course, I don't expect them to shield. We go for another one. Can we make it to one more to threaten either the final shield or KO the Ninetales? We really want to get there and we barely make it. So we're going to be able to get off this Aquatail. You love to see it. And they're going to go ahead and shield. So at this point, of course I'm expecting double charm, right? So we're going to go ahead and take this. Probably going to be a Psyshock, which does neutral damage. And if it is double charm, of course, Scrafty is not going to have a good time. But for some reason, they bring in their second charm user now. I totally expected Empoleon here, and I'm actually glad. They tried to catch it, I think. But we save that energy with Tapu Fini, and we bring in Scrafty. So now Scrafty can go on this Empoleon, and then we're going to have Tapu Fini to handle that Gramble, right? We're going to be able to take this attack. Drill Peck is super effective, but not a big deal. We're going to be able to take it and it counts it all the way down. So then what I'm going to do is go for Foul Play. And then Foul Play will make sure that it's in Moonblast range. To be honest, it's probably already in Moonblast range, but you might as well go for it since you have it. Now it's definitely, I think Moonblast would have KO'd anyway, but now we can go for the Moonblast and KO. If they brought, obviously they didn't know I had Scrafty in the back, but if they brought in the Empoleon against the Fini, there's no way I would have won that. But anyway, good game. But if I had Sludge Bomb on the Drapion, I think we would have had a better time as well. Moving on, we have a great matchup there. They're going to switch into Wall Raid. We're going to go ahead and bring in Scrafty. So this is a great matchup for us. Just going to go ahead and boost up our attacks, right? Go for Power Up Punch. They're going to be able to throw an attack, but, we could take an Earthquake. We could take an Icicle Spear, not a big deal. Usually they throw Earthquake, which makes sense. They're going to go ahead and throw Earthquake. So we're going to go ahead and farm up, and I'm going to throw, I think, just before they get to another Earthquake. I don't want to possibly invest the shield, so it's worth throwing that Power Up Punch. We know the Gliscor is coming in. I'm going to go ahead and throw this Foul Play. I actually had considered baiting here, and maybe I could get to another Foul Play, but I'm glad I didn't bait because they don't shield. So they're going to be able to farm me down, which is fine. And then I can bring in Tapu Fini. We can try to Water Gun down. They're going to be able to get off an Earthquake, and an Earthquake will do a lot. It's a Shadow Gliscor, so we're going to go ahead and respect that and shield. And in comes Obstagoon. So this is good that they're bringing in Obstagoon actually now, and they switched it in, which I guess they had to because they were almost gone with that Gliscor. But of course I am concerned about a possible Gunk Shot, right? Gunk Shot is a thing, so we are going to go ahead and shield the first one. I don't think they'll bait if they have it, and they do actually have it. So we do correctly shield that. Very nice for us. Now we're going to go ahead and go for another bait. This will get it low, even if they don't shield. It doesn't really matter to me at this point, so very nice there. We're just going to go ahead and go for another Surf right now. Get the Obstagoon relatively low. And there we go. We're going to go ahead and switch into Drapion now. They're going to bring in Gliscor. I do go ahead and throw my attack when I see the Gliscor come in. This is going to be enough to KO. And of course, we're going to resist the Night Slash. We're going to resist the Gunk Shot. We're going to be able to get to an Aquatail. And this is going to KO the Obstagoon. And that is going to be a great game. Very well played to my opponent there. We're going to be able to win that one. Good game. But we did have a good lead and a good secondary matchup too, right? So let's go ahead and move into the next battle. We are battling the Legend. We have Tapu Fini into Swampert. We have a Shadow Swampert here. So, okay, let's see how this game plays out. So we're trying to get to the Surf. We do get to it. We do get to the Surf. So this is going to do a good amount of damage unless they shield. And they do not shield. Decent damage. Now, I actually decided to call... because it is a Shadow Swamp, and I decided to call the Hydro Cannon. They actually don't bait me there. So good play by my opponent not to bait me. So now I'm going to go ahead and shield the Hydro Cannon. So really unfortunate for me. A lot of times the Shadows do tend to bait, but in this case my opponent did not. So well played to them for that. But they bring in Trevenant, and now we can switch into Shadow Drapion. Of course Drapion is resisting these attacks, and if you're wondering if you can run the regular Drapion over the Shadow one, I think that you can. I just personally like the Shadow damage on it. So we're going to be able to go for a crunch right now. That will not KO. Now we go for the farm down. I know this is a seed bomb. We don't have to shield. It does get us low, right? I mean, Trevenant is so powerful that it is able to get us low. But we can farm down and we have energy. And they're going to go ahead and bring that Pokemon back in, that Swampert. We're going to go ahead and go for the Aqua Tail to go for the KO, and it does KO. They're saving both shields for the last Pokemon. We're going to go ahead and go for the Crunch right now just to get off damage, and they do shield it. It is an Escavalier. We could bring in the Tapu Fini and go for the Surf. Of course, Scrafty is weak to fighting, right? But I don't think that matters too much because look how low they are, right? We could just go ahead and bring in Scrafty. We still have a shield. We can safely shield, and we can counter this all the way down. Plus, we could boost our attack with Power Up Punch. We do go ahead and shield that Drill Run. I was thinking of not shielding it in case they actually have an Acid Spray, but either way, it wouldn't have really mattered. We could have taken that Drill Run. We get off a Power Up Punch, and they just let it go, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played to my opponent. I did really well with this team, to be honest. Really, really well with this team. Going to be Tapu Fini into Luxray. Okay, okay. Actually, not good. I mean, an Electric type. We're going to go into Drapion. So they get off their attack first, and I know it could have Wild Charge, right? I call the Psychic Fangs, and it is Psychic Fangs, so good call by me. They bring in Snorlax now, wow. So, I mean, this trainer is a legend. Of course, they could run Spice. Doesn't really matter if they drop, I guess. I mean, that's the way I look at it as well. Granted, I'm not running Spice, but that's beside the point. We're going to go ahead and go for this Crunch right now. To get the Snorlax low, you'll love to see it. I'm glad I didn't shield that Psychic Fangs. Now, I actually take this. I thought I would survive it better, but the reason I don't is because I was actually hit with the Psychic Fangs and I was debuffed. So, definitely an error on my end. I thought they were going to shield that to get alignment, but they actually don't shield that. So I'm actually glad I didn't shield because they did not shield that. So Luxray comes in, and now we can bring in Scrafty. But they actually have, guess what, a Crobat, and this is rough. This is actually really rough for me, because Poison Fang is just going to debuff us, right? And there we go, it does debuff us. We're going to be able to go for the Surf right now. We just want to get the shields. I'm going to go ahead and go for it. I really respect the Spice, the No XL team from my opponent. Really cool team. Huge shout out to them. Definitely probably one of my favorite matches that I did today. But we're going to be able to go for this Surf, and they're going to go ahead and commit the double shield. Are they going to go for the farm down? They are not going to go for the farm down. If they went for it, I think I would have made it to another Surf. So we're just going to rely on Scrafty at this point in time. We do have 2 shields. Now, I know they can't throw Shadow Ball because we do resist it. So we know this is going to be a Poison Fang. And it does debuff us. We do get off a Foul Play. This is going to KO the Crobat, and we're looking really good because it's just a Luxray in the back, and we have this Scrafty, right? So Luxray is coming in, and yep, very nice. They're going to throw an attack. Obviously, I assume it's a Psychic Fangs, but I'm still going to go ahead and shield. We have 2 shields. It doesn't matter if I double shield 2 Psychic Fangs. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't really matter. We're just going to go ahead and throw this Foul Play. Not enough to KO. One more counter will, and that is going to be a great game to my opponent. But they actually played that really well. I mean, we had a bad matchup in the beginning. That was tough. Okay, let's move on to the next one. We have Tapu Fini into Deoxys. So, most Deoxys that I battle in the Ultra League, most of them are running Rock Slide, right? So, I'm really not super scared of this matchup, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not expecting the Thunderbolt. It's possible, but I'm not expecting it. We go for the Moonblast. They're going to go ahead and get off an attack. I'm going to take it. Even a Thunderbolt, I would survive. Now, it is a Rock Slide, so we do call that correctly, so very nice there. So we're trying to get to a Surf. They do get off another attack, but we do survive it. And it's actually going to be a Psycho Boost. So they do throw the Psychic Boost. I'm going to go ahead and throw this attack. This is going to be enough to KO, unless if they decide to shield it. And they do actually decide to shield it. So we're going to let this attack go. I'm not going to shield it. I'm going to give them Switch. I'm going to take the shield advantage and look to farm down. They have debuffed significantly. We're going to look to farm down with Drapion. They actually don't even make it to another Psycho Boost, which is good for me. Mandibuzz coming in. Ooh, Mandibuzz coming in. Okay, so we're going to be... I remember this. So, very slow matchup. We're going to go ahead and just spam out these Aqua Tails, right? We're just going to spam them all day long. Here comes another one. I mean, it is adding up against the Mandibuzz. What are they going to be at? 50% health now. It is definitely adding up. So there we go. Very nice. Below 50%, they're going to be able to get off an Aerial Ace, but we do survive a couple Aerial Ace attacks because it is a weak move. So that's fine. We're going to be able to survive this. We're not going to go ahead and shield it. So it's going to be an Aerial Ace, yep. Another one, though, we wouldn't survive. Or if we did survive, literally barely. But either way, that's totally fine. We're going to throw this Aqua Tail, and then I'm going to go ahead and switch into my Scrafty. They're going to go ahead and throw an attack. I know it's going to be an Aerial Ace. I know we're weak to it, but we can still take it like a champ. And they actually bring in their own Drapion. Okay, so they have a Drapion of their own. So we don't know if they're running Aqua Tail. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Power Up Punch now. Obviously, I mean, we're just going to counter Power Up Punch all the way through this. I knew this was an Aqua Tail because I don't think they charged up for a Sludge Bomb. So they do have Aqua Tail. But that's fine because we know Scrafty can easily take one. So there we go. And they're going to be able to get off an attack. But again, it's just in Aqua Tail. So we're not going to go ahead and shield this. We're going to charge up. I think I shield this one and I go for the complete farm down. I wasn't sure if I could get the farm down before they made it to another one. I was counting, but we are just able to get them down before they get it off. They just got to another one. And now Mana Buzz is coming in. We could throw a Power Up Punch. They're going to go ahead and respect that. We can throw another Power Up Punch. Power Punch or Foul Play, of course, both would have KO'd, and this is going to be enough to pick up the knockout. And that's going to be a great game, very well played to my opponent. So GG's there. So let's go ahead and move into the next one. Is this the game? Tapu Fini into Cresselia. This is the game. You'll see what I mean. So yeah, Tapu Fini into Cresselia. So you know what? A lot of Cresselias are not running Grass Knot. Some of them are. You know, it really depends. So I don't shield it, and this one unfortunately is running Grass Knot. So that's not great for me. You know, a lot do run Future Sight for the Talonflame matchups, but I have been seeing more and more Grass Knots lately, I guess. Talonflame I don't think is as common as it used to be. It's still really good. So of course we know this is going to be another Grass Knot. I do decide to let it go. Yeah, definitely tough there for us. We're going to bring in the Drapion here. And I'm going to be able to throw before they can get off their move. So this is going to KO the Cresselia. So at least we're going to get rid of the Cresselia. And we'll see what decides to come in. It is going to be a Wall Rain. Okay, so it's going to be a Wall Rain. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the Crunch. I think I throw the Crunch and then switch into my Scrafty after this. We do throw the Crunch, and it does good damage, right? Defense drop, a couple counters onto that, and then in comes Giratina. I'm like, Giratina's here. We actually have a win condition. We're going to go ahead and go straight Foul Play. We're going to go straight Foul Play, and they're not going to shield. Very nice. And we're going to try to get to another one. They do go ahead and throw an attack right now. We're going to let this go. It is going to be a Dragon Claw. We know we could take a Dragon Claw, and look at this. Look at this. They get to another one. We could take another Dragon Claw. I guess we're going to go ahead and let this go. So it is another Dragon Claw. And now we're back. We're going to go ahead and throw the Power Up Punch right now. Throw the bait. Now, they do shield it, so we do get the bait there. Very nice. And they're going to go ahead and throw a Dragon Claw. I know I don't survive it, so I'm going to go ahead and shield it. And, yep, I do shield it. So, trying to get to another one. They do go ahead and throw another Dragon Claw. This one I'm going to go ahead and let go. And we actually barely get off a Foul Play. So we barely get off the Foul Play. We don't go down to that Dragon Claw, right? So that Foul Play is going to be enough to KO. We switch out. This is coming down to the wire. Very, very close game. They're going to be able to throw an attack. I call it. I call the Icicle Spear. And it is an Icicle Spear. And look at this. Look at this game. Look at it right now. We call the bait. We call the bait. It wouldn't have KO'd, right? So Drapion is just chilling. And I don't know if it's mutual lag. I don't know if I'm lagging. I don't know if they're lagging. But either way, I'm thinking maybe it will connect and we won't take any damage. But no, it actually we just go down. So if we didn't lag with the Scrafty against the Giratina, and if that didn't lag, I think we could have won this one. At the end of the day, does it really matter to me? No, because I'm Legend. But it shouldn't happen. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't Legend, I would have been tilted. I'm not going to lie. But it shouldn't happen. But either way, let's move on. Tapu Fini into Wall Rain. Okay. Not bad. Not the greatest. We both have an attack that can hit for neutral damage. The Earthquake and the Moonblast. We're going to go ahead and respect the Earthquake. I don't expect them to shield that or to bait that. We're going to be able to go for this Moonblast right now. And that is going to connect. It's not going to connect, excuse me, because they do go ahead and shield. They're going to be able to get off another attack. I'm expecting an Earthquake, but an Earthquake doesn't KO. It doesn't do too much. It's decent. Actually, it's decent damage, but we're able to take it. So we do get off another Moon Blast. So let's see if they let this one go or if they decide to shield it. They do let it go. We do get them low, and they switch into Giratina. So we can bring out our beautiful, beautiful Drapion right now. They're going to be able to throw this Dragon Claw, but that's fine. We don't have to worry about it. And we can get off the crunch right now. And this crunch, of course, is super effective. No shield from my opponent. And they're going to be able to go for an attack. We don't have to shield it because it's not going to KO us. Not even close to KOing. And we want to get to another crunch. We overfarm a little bit just by 1. Going to be able to get off this crunch. This is going to KO the Giratina unless they decide to shield. They do not shield, so Giratina goes down. And in comes Wolverine. You know, if they farmed a little bit more, maybe we could have gotten to the Aqua Tail. I was hoping they would, but they didn't. That's fine. That's going to KO us. Alright, so we bring in Tapu Fini to try and farm down, and they actually have Trevenant in the back, so this is looking pretty good. This is looking pretty good for us. I could have put in the Scrafty against the Wolverine. Maybe I should have done that. We would have gotten ahead on energy, right? We wouldn't have been behind on energy, but that's okay. We're going to be able to throw the Foul Play right now, and they do shield it up. I didn't want to throw the bait just in case they don't shield, you know. So we're going to go ahead and throw another Foul Play. This is not going to KO, not in the Ultra League, not at all. But that is okay. They're going to be able to throw an attack at us. We know this is not going to KO. Scrafty can survive it. And they're going to be able to throw another attack. I do shield this one up because I do want to land a Foul Play. And we're going to be able to throw the Foul Play. Now, that was a beautiful catch by them. They actually do catch on Wolverine. I wasn't watching for the catch because I didn't think it would necessarily matter even if they did catch, because it's not like they could Shadow Claw me down before I counted them down, right? So I wasn't concerned about the catch because now I could Water Gun down the Trevenant, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played to my opponent, and that's going to be it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.